questions as we go live, all right? So what we're going to talk about is what the P.I.F. And P.I.F. stands for Passive Income Formula. All right, what the P.I.F. It stands for Passive Income Formula. And that's what we talk about and teach at Everything Real Estate and
Money.
Two.
Two.
All right, so in Everything Real Estate and Money Too, we make sure that we have you guys understand the passive income formula. What is the passive income formula? Well, the first thing, there are three things that are important that you have to have with a passive income formula in order to have, passive income. All right, the first thing is you have to have an income producing asset. All right, you have to have an income producing asset. Now you may ask, what is that? Well, that's a business that is cash flowing and is productive and positive. That is also a multi-unit property. That is also a single family rental, right? And for those of you that are more sophisticated and understand leverage, an insurance policy is an income producing asset. See, everything real estate and money too. And that money too portion, we talk about a lot of things about money and how to maximize the money and how to grow it. But today we're talking about everything real estate. All right. So how do you have passive income? There's three things to make sure that the passive income formula is met. The first is income producing asset. That's a piece of real estate that we're going to talk about today. The next thing is, all right, you have to have a lender that says leader. You have to have a lender that is willing to loan against the asset. You have to have a lender that is willing to loan against that asset, whatever it is, and use it as collateral to protect their loan. All right, so you have to have an income producing asset. The next thing that you must have is you must have a lender willing to loan against that asset as collateral. If the lender's not willing to do that, you don't have the formula, the right properties to have the passive income formula. Now, what kind of assets? Well, what kind of lender? You could be a hard money lender. It could be a traditional lender. It could be a family member. It could be anyone that is willing to give you that loan and use the asset as collateral. All right. So the next third thing is, some people like to say this is the most important thing. I like to say all three of them are vitally important, but you really want to make sure this is there. You got to have income greater than the debt. You have to have income greater than the debt. That's it. Those three things are the passive income formula. Those three things are the recipe to guarantee that you have cash flow for the rest of your life. Now, as your knowledge increases, it's important to make sure your vocabulary increases as well. And I want to give you a word. Arbitrage. I like this word because it's really good. What is arbitrage? Arbitrage is the spread Okay? It's the spread between the cost of borrowed money and the income that the investment is paying. That's the spread. So you want to remember, you got to have, in order to have arbitrage, you got to have leverage, you have to have an income producing asset, and you have to have someone that is willing to give you the loan. All right? All I'm doing is giving you the facts. once you have the facts, you can go out and succeed. If you don't have the facts, then you may lose a little bit. All right, so let's talk about the facts. All right, all my students at Everything Real Estate and Money too understand the facts. The first F, find a distressed property owner. There's no such thing as a distressed property. No such thing at all. It's just a distressed property owner who doesn't have the right tools right here in order to turn that property into an asset that is going to produce passive income. All right, so that's the first thing that they learn. Then we go with, that's facts, the A. And the A is, well, you have to assess and analyze the property. Once you properly assess and analyze the property, then you're going to know whether or not it meets the passive income formula. If it doesn't, you renegotiate if you can. If it still doesn't, you move on. Here, C. What is C? That is, you want to close on the property, and then you want to continue with the plan. What's the plan? Right? So there are 4 different ways of disposing of a property. How many ways?
4.
Exactly. 4 different ways. The first way, well, we're going to go into that at a later time. I do a live exclusively, specifically for the 4 different ways to close out a property. The C is transforming. Now you put everybody into motion. You let the contractors do their work. You follow up. You make sure they're meeting the benchmarks within the job. You pay them on time. You make sure they're at work on time. You transfer the property. And then S is you sell the property, or you you slap that property and you keep it in your cash flow formula program. All right? So those are the things I want to talk to you about. Passive income formula is so important. It's so simple. But a lot of times people miss it. All right? Income producing asset, a lender willing to loan you the money against the collateral. And the third thing is an income greater than the loan or the debt service. Right? You have all those things, you are guaranteed. What's the word, Ruth?
Guaranteed.
You're guaranteed to have success in your business endeavors once you meet the passive income formula. Now, before we go, I have a question. What would you rather have? Would you rather have $20,000 in 2 months, or $80,000 in $20,000 in 2 months, or $80,000 in 4 to 6 months? Now, this is a scenario that I'm going to discuss in a live tomorrow at this same time. So go ahead and set your calendars or whatever so that you can come back and understand this. But I want to know, what are your comments? Please drop a comment below. $20,000 in 2 months or $80,000 in 4 to 6 months. What would you prefer? All right. If you like this video, if you like the passive income formula, if it's feeling good to you, go ahead and like the video, share it with someone who needs to hear it, because it's so simple. A lot of times we allow the simplicity of something get beyond us and we miss the whole thing. All right, so go ahead and share this video with someone that needs to understand the passive income formula, like it, and also go over to my group, Everything Real Estate and Money too. I'm going to put a link in the comments below. Go ahead and go over there, because in the future, all these type of videos are going to be either on the YouTube channel at Everything Real Estate and Money, or